Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Beautiful Kinks. As some of you may know, I did recently move into my own place. But moving can not only be stressful, but it can also be scary. You're coming into a new environment, around new people you don't even know. It's a transition. And it just kind of wears on you mentally, emotionally, physically, and all those things. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 8 tips that I kind of navigated my way through, being that this is my first place alone. These tips are just some things you need to keep in mind just so that it's an easier transition for you. So hopefully these tips help you navigate your way through your new transition, through your new experience of living alone or just moving in general. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So tip number 1 is safety. You need to be aware of your surroundings at all times. Like, no matter who you live around, if you think that people are nice and all of that, that's nice, but you have to keep your head on a swivel. And one thing I've learned living alone, I have to make sure I'm aware at all times. I'm like, as soon as I step out the door, I'm looking around, I'm making sure everything is everything. I keep an eye out for the people that's around me. So if I see people coming in and out of buildings, my building, the next building, whatever, across the street, in and out of cars, pulling in, pulling out, I just watch the entire parking lot basically. It's like I watch it like a movie because I need to know who is who and what's what. You should always check your peepholes no matter what. Even if you feel like you know who's at the door, check it anyway. I have the luxury of a balcony and I have a peephole at my actual door. And if I'm not sure who's ringing my bell, I can just look right out my balcony and see who's standing there on the front entrance. And I can, you know, let them in, or I can just talk to them like, hey, you lost, like that's the wrong bell, whatever, and not feel like my safety is at risk. I know that there's this thing called the master lock. It's like a big stick kind of like that you put under your doorknob at your front door. And I mean, those are good to have too, but just be aware that those are deemed a safety hazard or fire hazard. So just be careful and just be mindful if you do decide to purchase that. I don't have one. I thought about it, but I just haven't got around to actually deciding on it. But if you feel like that'll help you feel more safe, then by all means, go for it. And the last thing with safety is always park closest to the front entrance. So I have a parking lot where there's parking right in front of the building and then there's parking across from the building. I make sure that I try to at least, if I can't get a front door parking, I get straight across from the front door. Or I'll park under one of the lights that's in the parking lot. And I'll make sure I park my car right under the light or near the light. That way I'm able to see around me and that way other people can see me as well. Tip number 2, make it homey. Make your apartment or your house or your condo or whatever you have, make it homey, make it yours. It's all about putting your own spin on things, putting your own little touch, putting your personal touch. I've learned that I have a particular taste now. I like certain things. I'm really into like natural elements, golds, woods, things like that. So find a way to incorporate your style into your place. Another thing that helps make your place more homey is having comfortable furniture. Having a comfortable couch, a comfortable bed. Make sure your furniture fits the space. Make sure that you buy things that you love. Make sure you buy things that are not only functional but comfortable. And also, this is the big one, don't forget to clean your place from top to bottom, okay? That's a part of comfortable. For me, I don't like the fact that somebody was here before me. I don't like the fact that everything has been touched by someone else at some point in time. And that's just me. But I made it my business as soon as I was able to get the keys. I cleaned this place from top to bottom. Every little light fixture, every little knob, every drawer, handle, counter space, floors, all of that. I cleaned everything. Just make sure you clean everything to your comfortable level and you should be all good. Tip number 3, get used to doing things alone. Not only will it help, you know, build your independence, but it'll also just build your comfortable level. Like, you'll feel more comfortable stepping out on your own. You'll feel more comfortable coming in on your own. So get used to like going grocery shopping, going regular shopping, going to get a smoothie. Another thing is taking out the trash, you know, going to go hang out at a park nearby or anything like that. Just try to make it the norm of you doing things by yourself. And there's nothing wrong with doing those things by yourself. There's nothing wrong with going to a restaurant alone. Not everybody has the luxury or even wants the luxury of having another person there with them. So the more you practice it, the better off you'll be and the more comfortable you'll be and the more happier you'll be because you did that. Tip number 4 is to add background noise. I know it probably seems weird, but it's really not when you think about it. If you let the TV play while you're cooking, or if you let some music play while you're cleaning, then that kind of helps you not feel so alone. Maybe it's your first night alone in your place and you know it's too quiet. You're used to having noise around you. I come from a household of 3 other people and 2 dogs, so I was used to noise, I was used to traffic, I was used to people being there. You don't have to just sit in silence if you don't want to. You can have other things distracting you. Tip number 5 is to make plans. Just because you are in a new space, you know, you're in your own place, you're by yourself, doesn't mean you need to stay by yourself. You can still go out, have fun with the girls, go meet up with the guys, you know, go interact with your family, go to the functions, whatever. Like, you don't have to be alone just because you live alone. And a lot of times when we move to a new place, a new location, a new area, we can feel that disconnect of like not being so close to people, especially if you come from a big household, a big family, or if you come from roommates or anything like that. You can feel like you're disconnected from the world when you're really not. But it's natural to feel that way. So the resolution for that is to just make plans. You're gonna have to get out of your comfort zone. You're gonna have to reach out to people. If you're not used to reaching out to people, you're gonna have to start, because not everybody is on your time. Not everybody knows when you wanna hang or knows that you're feeling lonely today. So you have to make the effort and just reach out. Hey y'all, what y'all doing today? You know, oh, let's link up. You're busy today? Cool, let's link up Saturday. Whatever, just make the plans. That way you can get out the house and get back connected with the world. Tip number 6 kind of piggybacks off of tip number 5, which is to keep in contact. Keep in touch with the people you love and you care about. Like I said, not everybody knows what's going on in your mind, in your heart, in your spirit. So if you have to reach out first, reach out first. There's nothing wrong with that. If you know that person is always reaching out to you, or you know that, hey, you know, I haven't heard from so-and-so in a while, let me see how they're doing, then that would be a big help for you and the other person, because you still feel like that connection is there. Call your mom, call your family members, text if you can't call. FaceTime is very good. I FaceTime my mom almost every day. So yeah, just try to stay connected as much as possible. Tip number 7 is to stay busy. Make your days productive. If you just have nothing to do, then you have nothing to do. But try to make sure you always have something to do. Make sure you're being productive. You're not just lounging around. It's one thing to just, you know, give yourself a break and relax and not do anything. But it's another thing when your days just kind of roll over and keep going into you not doing anything. Like, this is day number 7 and you're still sitting there on the couch. Or this is day number 7 and you're still laying there in bed with the covers pulled over you. Like, that's not going to help you. That's not going to be good for you. It's not emotionally healthy. It's not mentally healthy. So just try your best to find things to do. Even if it means, okay, I'm going to clean this entire place from top to bottom today. Or the next day, I'm going to go out and look for some little pieces that I can add to my decor and things that I like. You can catch up on some of your readings. Read some of your books that you have. Work on a project. If you're working from home, that's plenty to do, okay? Like, just find things to do. Find things that also make you happy while you're, you know, while you're enjoying this new transition and this time alone. So if that means cooking yourself a really good meal, you know, doing your self-love routines, having any kind of routine is really good. It gets you up, it gets you moving, it makes you productive, and then it keeps you accountable. It allows you to make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to do. Tip number 8 is to simply enjoy it. Enjoy this time that you have in your new place, you know, this time alone, this quiet. Like, listen to this, listen to this. Nothing, right? Okay? Like, I'm so used to somebody out in the backyard, you know, mowing the grass. I'm used to the dogs trotting and running through the house or running outside, barking. I'm used to noise. So just the shock for me was the silence. It was like, there's nobody here. Everything is quiet. It's just me. I'm the only living thing in here as of now, because I will be a plant mom come next spring. But you have to just take it for what it is. Find the blessings, find the joy in it all, and just enjoy it. Alright guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope this video helped you in some way. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment below about what you think about my tips. And yes, I will see you guys in the next one.